Hey guys, what's up? So this is the part point 3 in the biome series of biodiversity series of environment and ecology series. Please watch the part 2.1 and 2.2.1 and 2.2.2 before you watch this part, and this is the YouTube channel Unacademy. So anyways, do spread the word of this education revolution as much as you can, especially helping those people who are in far-flung cities. You have no idea how many people see it. I know it because I get the messages. So try to spread it as much as possible for the benefit of the people. So this is the Facebook page, facebook.com/romansani.official. You can ask your queries here and the doubts and any personal request for a particular video. So I'll start this video with certain graphs which I have not drawn in the earlier part. So let's see, first of all, like this is the graph, you can see it here. So on this side we have rainfall, and on this side we have temperature. So it will be something like let's say this is 0 and it reaches here till 1000. Is that okay? And this is in centimeters. So somewhere here will be 300, or somewhere here will be 400, 500, something like that. Then we have temperature here 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, something like that. So the temperature, and these are the months from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. So as you can see, the temperature will be something like let's say something like this. It will be around 20-25 degrees Celsius, and here you can assume a slight dip around the rainy season depending upon the hemisphere. So annual range of temperature is less than 3 degrees Celsius, and the graphs will be something like this, and they are more or less same, and they are touching 300 centimeters. So this is an example of a tropical rainforest. Is that understood? Then we have an example like totally opposite from this. So let's see, in this case the rainfall graph will be absolutely zero, like somewhere here small or somewhere here small, or one or two small like this. And the temperature range annual variation will be, let's assuming, around from 10 degrees it's going up to more than 30 degrees, and again like somewhere around 10-15 degrees, because the hot season is very hot, the cold is very cold, and the daily variation is also very high. So this is an example of a hot desert. So these yellow bars represent rain which is less than 25 centimeters per annum, and and a given month it can be around 20-25 centimeters. Moving forward, this is the graph. So if you see like huge curves which are touching like 600, 700, somewhere here between June to September, so automatically the answer becomes monsoon, that is tropical monsoon type, seen in case of India and Australia and the South Asian region and certain regions of Africa. And the temperature variation will be something like this, and it will be around 5-6 degrees Celsius, not very much in most of the region. This is the tropical monsoon type. Rest 4 I'll draw later. So let's move. Then we have the tropical grassland or savanna type. So the basically the distribution is between hot desert on one side and the tropical rainforest on the other side, and it is found on both north and south region. Then the temperature is semi-arid to semi-humid, and the rainfall is less. It has to be more than 25, otherwise it becomes desert. Temperature is 22 to 30 degrees Celsius, and it is characterized by hot summers and dry winters. Oh, hot summers and hot and dry dusty air in the summers, and the all the rainfall is during the wet season, so wet winters, just like Mediterranean. So this region is called as the Campos region of Brazil. This is called as Llanos region of Venezuela and Colombia. And these are all the African countries which are south to Sahel region. So this belt is called as Sahel. This is the Sahara Desert, and these are the tropical grasslands. So in between they are separated by Sahel region. So this country is Somalia, this is Djibouti, this is Eritrea, this is Ethiopia, Kenya, this is Sudan, this is South Sudan. Then so this is Egypt, Algeria, Tunisia. This country is your this is Morocco. This is Libya. This is Algeria. This is the disputed territory of Western Sahara. This is Mauritania, Gambia. So these are the countries which are there. Now this is Nigeria. This is Mali. So these are the countries which form the Sahel region. The northern countries are the Sahara region, and obviously they are also found in the Australia, North Australia, and India, Bhutan, Nepal, and Indo-China region. So they form a continuous belt in Africa and Australia as shown below. The Campos in Brazil, Llanos in Venezuela and Colombia. They are the different names. They are also found in Bolivia and Argentina. And Africa I have already shown you. They are found south to the Sahel region. And in India, Bhutan and Nepal, they are called as Terai Duar Savanna. Now there are certain regions in Central America and Southern North America also, which are seen in Mexico, Florida and Hawaii. So as I've already shown you, so this is the map. Please have a good look. It helps a lot. So these are the seed countries, which are the Horn of Africa, and the Sudan, Chad, Nigeria, and Mali and Mauritania. So these are the major regions where the Sahel passes. Below is the tropical grassland. So as you can see, this is the region. So now the vegetation, since the rains are seasonals, they allow very tall grasses, and they can grow up to 4 meters with scattered trees. But they are also called as elephant grass because of their tallness. But they are very coarse and they lack nutrients, so they do not support herds and all. Lot of herds. Now the baobab, as I've already told you, they are huge trunks which store up to 100,000 liters of water. Then they have thick bark which helps in fire resistance. They have long tap roots so they can look for water, and they have few leaves, so ETL is very low. Similarly, in acacia, ETL is very low. What is ETL? ETL is evapotranspiration losses. There is canopy, but it gets flattened by wind. Now there are tropical and subtropical grasslands. So grasslands are those which are dominated by grass. Savanna has scattered trees, and shrublands are those which are dominated by woody or herbaceous shrubs. They are the more or less the same thing. Fire has huge impact on developing the community structure. So this is very key point. Savanna is most influenced by fire, or fire influences which biome the most? Answer is savanna. Then there is a seasonal rhythm. So wet period, which is followed by all the rain. Then there is growth. Then there is dry period, which is followed by fire or sometimes decay of grass. It is also called as big game. So game here refers to the huge animals like bisons and all, which can be hunted earlier, but now more or less it's banned. So moving on to temperate grasslands, they are also called as prairies. They are found between 40 to 55 degree north and south. So between 0 to 23 and a half, this is Tropic of Cancer, and 23 and a half is Tropic of Capricorn. Then 66 around we have Arctic Circle. We have 66 we have Antarctic Circle. We have and a half also, and then we have the poles, South and North Pole. So it is found between the Tropic of Cancer and that is called as the temperate region. And they, since they are continental type, so continentality means like Delhi, extreme cold and extreme hot. So but those which are closer to the coast, they suffer less of extremes. Example in South America and South Africa. Then there are areas, example southern region of Canada, central USA, so they are called prairies there. In then the Murray Darling Basin of Australia and parts of South America. The day and night range of temperature is huge, and again the temperature varies from semi-arid to semi-humid. That is called as temperate. Then there is warm to hot season in case of summer, which is followed by cold to freezing season in winter. Soil. Now come to soil. Soil is extremely fertile and it is rich with nutrients. That is why it produces the granaries. They are called as the granaries of the world because they produce huge amount of wheat, etc. They are ideally suited to extensive agriculture. Now coming to plants, they are usually grass. Obviously, that's why called as grasslands. The tree never forms a canopy even if they are there, as they would in a forest. And finally, if the forest growth is hindered by human activity because of the formation of heaths, which are the low shrublands, or the pastures, which are grasslands, so it is more known for its commercial activities. Now the rain is very less, but temperate grasses are short, but they are very nutritious, so they support huge cattle population also, as seen in case of New Zealand. It is one of the highest cattle to population ratio country, and they are treeless plains except some trees like willows, alders, and poplars. Now there are two types of temperate grasslands. One is the tall grass prairies type, which is found in humid condition where there is a lot of rainfall, and they are usually taller. Then we have steppes type or short grass type, which is drier with semi-arid climates, and they are also shorter. So can you see these green region? So they are the temperate grasslands of the world. The green one, both in the north and south. Now they have different names. So North America is called as prairies. South America, especially Argentina and Patagonia, it is called as pampas. So just remember prairie pampa. Then Eurasia, that is Russia and Ukraine, have steppes because steppes-like appearance. Then Hungary is pustage. South Africa is Wells. Australia is Downs because it's way down. China is Manchurian, and New Zealand is Canterbury Plains or Tussocks. So please remember these names. They might come in prelims and help you in solving one or two questions. So now we move on to the temperate coniferous forest, also called as Taiga, also called as North Coniferous, also called as needle leaf forest because their leaves are like needle to avoid evapotranspiration losses. Since they are only found in the north, so they are also called as northwood, also called as boreal. Boreal means related to Arctic. Since Arctic is only in the north, so that is why they are called as the north forests. Anyway, so their diagram can be represented very easily, something like this. So let's say the rainfall is like this, 0 to 100. So there will be little rainfall in all the months, and it will be something like this, not much than this. Is that understood? Peaking here and then again falling. So the rainfall in any given month is always less than 100, and the annual rainfall is about, let's say, 50, 25 to 50 centimeters, not more than that. But now comes the important point. See the temperature variation. Let's assume there is -50, and let's see there is 10 degrees. So the temperature variation will be huge. It will be like this. So it can go below -50 and it can go above 10 degrees Celsius. So this is a characteristic feature of the temperate coniferous forest. Please remember this curve, it will help you. Anyway, moving forward, they are also called as boreal because of the north, and the snow forest because of the snow. The lowest temperature in earth where habitable part is there goes here. It lies between 55 to 70 degree north and south, and it is the largest terrestrial biome on the planet, where 29% of the world's forest cover is there. And the tundra region lies north to it, and temperate grasslands lie south to it, and it is almost continuous in these parts, and I'll show you now. So this is a characteristic. This is an example of Alaska, where you can see Alaskan ranges, and you can see single trees which are dominating the entire biome. You can't see much of the trees, only about few vascular plant species, plus only 40 to 50 mammals live in the entire area, which is supposedly the largest biome on the planet. Now winters are very cold. I've already told it can be below -50 degrees Celsius. They are dry and they are severe for more than 8 months, and the growing season occurs only in summer, and the temperature can reach more than 10 degrees Celsius, but it will last for less than 3 months. Now rainfall is, as I already told you, is low, but it is almost throughout the year, so that is a characteristic point. Now the soil is called as spodosol or podzol because of the leaching. Finally, since the fallen leaves and moss they decompose at extremely slow pace, so the organic addition to the soil will not happen. Obviously, very logical. Diversity of soil organism is relatively very high. Soil is thin because of the cold, and it is rather young, so it is poor in nutrients and not very deep. So this pink region which is continuous, so this is Alaska, this is southern Canada, this is Norway, Sweden, Finland, Poland, certain regions of the entire Russia. So these are the continuous belt of Taiga. They are the largest forest biome, 29% of the world's forest cover. You can see very clearly in this part. So anyway, the trees has to survive in places like Verkhoyansk, which is near Siberia, -50 degrees Celsius in northern Russia, and which is followed by a very short growing season. Fire again plays an important role in determining community structure. एंड वेरी सिंपल असेंबलेज. यू कैन सी आपको दिखेगा कि सिर्फ एक ही पेड़ पूरे पूरे एरिया में छाया हुआ है. दैट इज़ ओनली वन स्पीसीज कवर द एंटायर रीजन. So undergrowth is also very scarce. Now as you can see, the trees are softwood type, they are evergreen, and they have needle shaped leaves. Now they are also cone shaped, and the branches are short and they remain drooping so that the snow will slip down, otherwise snow will detach those leaves. And important species which are most important one are pine, fir, larches and spruce. So these are the four most important species in Taiga, and the other are hemlock and cedar. So finally, we have the tundra biome. It is an extremely important biome. Why? Because it is one of the most continuous biome on this planet Earth, and it is also one of the most fragile biome on the planet Earth. So this makes it uniquely vulnerable biome. Entire global warming debate is about this biome because of the permafrost which this region has. So, and again, if I want to draw the diagram, it will be something like this. So please focus here. So the annual range will start from about minus 30 degrees Celsius and it will go about less than 5 degrees Celsius. So this will be the diagram of annual range of the temperature, and annual rainfall is about 20 to 50 centimeters. So again the graphs will be very small, something like this. So please remember, these kind of graphs they might appear in the exam and they might ask you to identify it. Now there are three types of tundra biome. This is called as Arctic biome. One is because of the heights, which is found in entire Himalayas and other, which is called as alpine biome, alpine tundra, and this is the Antarctic tundra. So now moving forward, so you can see there are no trees whatsoever. You can see there is marshy like conditions where there are bushes and all at best, rhododendrons and all these red things. So this is example of tundra biome. Now, tundra biome lies on the northern side of the coniferous forest, 65-degree north. So, tundra in Russian means uplands or treeless mountain tracts because there are no trees. Now, isotherm means that line which has more or less same temperature. So, the summer isotherm of 10 degrees Celsius, where the summer, like the temperature is 10 degrees Celsius, it marks the beginning of tundra, and the 0 degrees Celsius in summer marks the limit on the poleward side. So, if this is the north pole, so this is the 10-degree isotherm and this is the 0 degree. Between this will lie the tundra. Obviously, I have explained you the north is Arctic, height wala is alpine, and the south is Antarctic tundra. Now there is a concept of timberline, which is the ecotone or ecological boundary region between the tundra on the north and forest on the south, and this is the line beyond which there is no forest. And the let's see, this is the top layer of the soil. So about 25 to 90 centimeter deep only. The soil is permanently frozen throughout the year. So this is called as permafrost. Since there is no liquid water beyond this layer, trees cannot grow. Absolutely, trees cannot grow. And these are the areas which I have already shown you. An important one is Spitsbergen Island, which is a part of Svalbard archipelago in Norway. Now the climate winters are extremely long, around 9 months, but surprisingly they are not very cold, and as compared to Taiga, where the coldest temperature is recorded. Now summers are very short, where the temperature is 0 to 10 degrees Celsius. Obviously I have told you 0 degree isotherm and 10 degree isotherm. So as you move from, let's say, equator towards north, so first you will identify bush tundra at 10 degree north isotherm, which consists of dwarf elders, birches, willows, and junipers, while grass tundra will consist of lichens, mosses, sedges, and rhododendrons. So this is further northwards or southwards depending upon where you are looking. This is true of Arctic tundra more or less. So this is northward. Now lichens are cross of they are the mutual symbiotic relationship between algae and fungi. Mosses are nothing but bryophytes, and rhododendrons are small trees. And finally rainfall is less than 25 centimeters, but since the evapotranspiration losses are extremely low because there is no much sunlight, so there is no desert like conditions. So the vegetation is extremely well adapted to withstand extreme cold. They survive on a minimum moisture and also even beneath the complete snow cover, and it's extremely fragile ecosystem as it lacks biodiversity. And finally, it is one of the most continuous of all biomes and occurs almost unbroken along the poleward margin, and it is the most affected one from global warming. So we have to take care of that as well, because if the permanently frozen soil breaks, what happens is the trees which can survive here will drastically alter within a matter of decades, and this biome will go away. So I hope you like the video. If you want me to continue making these videos, let me know and spread the word and help those, please help those who cannot afford coaching. This is the sole motive of making these videos. You can also tweet your problems to me at Romans EnE. This is the Facebook page and this is the YouTube channel. Thank you for watching the video. Have an awesome day.